So, after having done all this research and comparing and contrasting religious and pro choice beliefs, I'm actually going to be putting together everything I've learned and attempting to come to an ethical conclusion. So, personally, I believe that creating laws that deal with abortion, religion shouldn't really have a place in it, and lawmakers should attempt to make laws that benefit all the people and basically not let their personal religious beliefs dictate a choice that everyone would have to make. Also, if we're just going to weigh the ethical principles against each other from each perspective, I believe that a pro-choice perspective tends to just be the more ethical option. So, firstly, and the principle of autonomy, I think that pro-choice definitely wins in that because it allows women to have the choice on whether or not to have children and what to do with their body. On the other hand, religion greatly limits that and basically constricts what women can do with their own body. In beneficence and non-maleficence, it's a lot less clear-cut. It's very hazy, actually, because each of the sides have practically equal pros and cons. So for the pro-choice perspective, it's hard to weigh that against a religious perspective because the pro-choice perspective offers betterment physically, because even if medical abortion was banned, people who are truly desperate are going to turn to unsafe measures to achieve that abortion. So allowing for abortion would allow for physical betterment, and then would also allow for mental betterment, because having an unwanted baby can cause a lot of mental health issues for both the mother and that baby. On the religious perspective, there is a lot of betterment because that fetus does have the chance to live. But in non-maleficence, the main issue that is difficult to deal with is whether or not the fetus is considered alive, because if that fetus is considered alive, wouldn't it be murder? So for the religious perspective, the baby is usually considered to be alive from conception, and so for that reason, abortion would violate that principle because it would be causing harm to someone. But on the pro-choice perspective, the baby is considered alive somewhere around 20 weeks, usually, so it does allow for a window where abortion is a viable option and it wouldn't be causing harm to anyone. But in the end, I think for justice, in justice, I believe that they're kind of equally weighted against each other, because you can see that justice, the principle of justice is benefiting either the mother or the baby in the pro-choice or religious perspectives. But in the end, I think that the pro-choice perspective is more ethical simply because of that autonomous factor. That's a very important bioethical principle. I think it's one of the most important, actually. And just following this pro-choice perspective would allow for everyone to have their own beliefs and to follow their religion or their moral beliefs and what they want to do. It wouldn't be constricting anyone, because just because someone's pro-choice doesn't mean that they themselves would have to choose for an abortion. It just means that other people have the choice to. So with that, I believe that while individuals with religious beliefs should be involved within the abortion debate, because it is their belief and it's important to hear, the institutions themselves should not carry influence in the legislation surrounding abortion, and the lawmakers should not let their religious beliefs dictate what laws they're making. And with that said, I just want to let everyone know that this is my belief, and I think it's really important for everyone to share their beliefs, so I will be having a poll down below where everyone can share their perspective on an ethical case.